take a look at the collective energy. So let's see what's happening in the collective field around us, what the energy will bring, what it may mean for predictive events, world stage, and how to best navigate that energy in your personal field. Let's get into this reading. Welcome to the collective energy. Okay, so let's see what they want to reveal for us. I feel like we've been on a bit of a pause energy, on a rest recovery kind of energy, before we have this changing new energy coming in. Now, pay attention to animals this week and animals behaving weirdly. Migration patterns. Okay, while I feel there's no heightened tensions or anything like that with war type stuff, there's still a lot of stuff going on around in the background here. Now, there's a lot of stuff taking place in the UK at the moment around digital ID, and this is censored speech. There is a lot of stuff also taking place in Australia at the moment as well, with the new budget that has been revealed that affects many people in a negative way. Okay, so what's going on here? Because we've got the multi-source perspective, there's many viewpoints. Is things happening in each country that is different. So while I'm not feeling the collective energy pull towards a world war or world events where we're all united in the same energy with the war between Israel, Iran and US, affected us all because it was affecting our economies. There's still a lot of stuff happening around the world in the collective energy, but it's multifaceted again. So each country is going through its own harsh realities, struggles, issues, because we've got the Tower card. This is the Tower card. It says system collapse or instability, but it is a Tower card. So we're all feeling or going through certain things. Now, truth revealed, a tell-all. Okay, and now the examples I would give for this. The UK, the King comes out and says, we will go ahead with digital ID. It will be voluntary. Whereas Keir Starmer said it's mandatory if you want to have employment. So if you want to still exist the way you've currently existed, with employment or within those structures, then the systems are changing. So you will no longer be able to participate in the system the way you did without being part of the new system, the digital identity, the censorship. And this is finally being revealed. So it's finally being revealed. And this is just one country. This is happening to every country in a different way. Multi-perspective here. There's structure, reform, overhauls or updates going on in every sector, every country, behind the scenes. Old systems are collapsing, or they're just outright coming out and revealing what the true plan is moving forward. For Australia, it's been the taxing. They're talking about the inheritance tax or the death tax. They're talking about taxing investors that purchase homes as part of their retirement or their their way that they make money. Small business, which has affected me. I've always been a small business owner. New taxes coming for there, making things very difficult to be a small business owner. And both my husband and I are small business owners, so we will definitely be affected by that. But it's just happening. It's just being revealed. They're revealing to us, and it's like, what can we do? The system, the old way is collapsing, and we're just being shown what is really going on. What is the narrative? What is the plan all along? Those things are being revealed to us right now, but they are happening in different ways for different countries. There's restructure, reform, overhauling, policies being changed. Not just policies being changed, but there's things that's been put into policies that they're not revealing to us. Maybe we're starting to see what those are. What are we signing, agreeing to with trade deals? What's going on really? What are they really agreeing to within those deals that they're not revealing to us? Maybe we're going to find out. But we're all having system collapse, tower moments in different ways, multi-perspective. Now it affects the collective energy because this is happening everywhere, but it's happening different to what, say, a war would happen, where we're all feeling and experiencing the exact same thing. This time it's happening, but it's happening individually based in a different way for each person. Assistance and support or intervention. What can we do? And that's what we're feeling. What can we do? I see UK people standing up against it. But it's saying intervention. What can we do to help us through these unstable times right now, as there's a lot of restructure, reform going on in each country? Let me know what your country is bringing in. What is being overhauled or updated or being secretly put in. Changes to systems in your country. Predictive energy for world events. Okay, first thing I'm seeing is something to do with schooling, something that takes place, a major event, which is troubling, to do with education department or schooling. So something that happens at a school, or something to do with education minister or education department, education, maybe they're striking, maybe something's going on around the education industry, or something at a school is taking place that's troubling. But miscommunication, so that means people aren't agreeing. It means that there's trouble in the education system in some way this week. Also says resources and learning, but I feel it's something to do with schools or education. Troubling or miscommunication. Long-term vision or foundation or infrastructure. Affected. Different prediction altogether. This one is changes to foundations or changes to infrastructure, trade routes. Impacted outcome. Now, one of the big things we saw with the warring energy, when it was on the cards on the table all the time, the farmers were always coming up, the harvest affected. So now we're looking at long term, what do we do about that situation long term, so that farmers are not impacted or harvest is not affected. So we're looking at long term strategies this week around fuel, resources, farming industry. Predictively. Okay, I do see morality imbalance. This is the distribution of wealth. This is to do with where money's going to one sector but not another. Expanding money, they may be expanding money to defence, or and not even that. I'm feeling this energy to be, it's something ridiculous, something, because maybe defence, putting money into a defence budget isn't a bad thing. What I'm feeling is that it is a imbalance of where money is being put into different things, but it's ridiculous where it's being put. when it should be put into a different sector that's much more needing for funds to be increased. So we've just had our budget here in Australia and absolutely fits into this energy here. But because this is coming up for the week ahead, things being revealed around the imbalance of where distribution of money is going, allocation of money is going, expanded sectors getting more money when it seems ridiculous that sector would be getting more money, when there's other sectors that are really needing more funds. Emergency and urgent response. Now, is that urgent response to do with infrastructure or farming, harvest? There's something going on predictably this week that it's urgent. Urgent action is required this week. So let's see how to navigate this energy on a personal level. We've been lucky the last 2 weeks. We've had really positive energy for the personal section. Okay, the personal reading. Now, I just said before I started shuffling that we've been really lucky in the last few weeks. We've had really positive energy that says that we need to just build upon our energy, charge ourselves up to get ready for what is coming kind of energy. Being a light worker and having to cleanse your energy because it's going to be needed for what's coming. The energy here is escalation. It's change is coming. So where we were in that energy over the last couple of weeks of picking our energy up, cleansing our energy, working towards holding the light, there's a shift coming this week. There's a change. Now, I have no idea what that change is coming in, but it's saying that there's an explosive energy coming in. This is the eruption threshold. Whether that means physical earthquakes, eruptions, or volcanoes, or it means anger within society, within the collective energy on a personal level, but there's an eruption of energy coming this week. It could be to do with digital identity, especially in the UK. There could be more escalating tension arising, eruption point coming. Next phase, transitional shift of change. Change is coming, change is on the horizon. And we're at eruption point this week. Intervention, what can we do? This is a card of support, or what can we do? It's a harmful situation. Change is on the table for the next phase of a plan this week. Intensity is going to be huge this week. Definitely not the energy that we've been in the last couple of weeks personally. There's a transitional shift coming. Now, the other thing that's really interesting here is this is the person with the mask, the virus energy mask. But we've been hearing a lot on our news about diphtheria and all kinds of viruses. So interesting that narrative's been playing out on our media this week. So there's a next phase of a plan coming in this week. Now, we've been preparing our energy for something coming because something has been coming. This week we're going to start to see the shift or the change of energy this week. Something is coming and it's coming in this week. Again, I've got at the bottom of the deck, I just wanted to show, this is a card of coming together, collective energy coming together, holding the line. This is holding the line, joining forces, uniting with others, holding the line. But there's a next phase coming in, there's change coming in this week. It's toxic or harmful, the energy that's coming in. So prepare yourselves, protect yourselves, look after each other, and this one here most of all is stand united with your fellow humans. The people. It's not about division. This is about uniting. This is a card of uniting because there's changes coming, and this is the week we're going to start to see some changes coming. It's an eruption threshold energy this week. Very, very different to what we've seen in the last couple of weeks that we've been preparing for. I do hope you all have a beautiful week. Hopefully it's not too bad, this energy. But we're never given anything that we're not strong enough to overcome or to battle or to stand together united. We've got this. Have a beautiful week, everybody.